And now for your question of the day. Do we need a sequel to Star Wars Rebels? It's been rumored for a little bit now, or at least the last couple of months, that we might be getting a sequel to the popular Star Wars series created by Dave Filoni, Star Wars Rebels. Even he hinted that there might be a sequel in the works at Disney Plus on Twitter not too long ago. Now, while we don't report rumors as actual news, they're always fun to talk about when it comes to our question of the day. And since this is out there on the net, we feel like this should be addressed at That Nerd Show. So do we need a sequel to Star Wars Rebels? We would love to hear your opinions, and you can always tweet us out at That Nerd Show. But here's my take on it. Yes, we definitely do. If we can do one more season of the Clone Wars, a final season to kind of round out the Clone Wars, then I think we can at least do one more season of Star Wars Rebels. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, like where is Ezra Bridger and Ahsoka? What happened to them? Apparently they went into the netherworld of the Force, and we never truly found out if she survived her duel with Darth Vader at the end of season 2. That's a bit of a spoiler if you haven't watched the series, but we just feel like there's too many unanswered questions from Star Wars Rebels, as great as the series was. And of course, how do they relate to the original trilogy, or even the new trilogy by Disney 30 years later? We do hear the voices of Ezra and Ahsoka with Rey, as she's hearing the voices of all the great Jedi before her, before she takes on the Emperor. So I'm assuming we're left to assume that after 30 years they are dead. But what happened? Did they ever meet Luke Skywalker? Did he seek them out? Did they go into the outer worlds? Beyond the regular Star Wars galaxy? It was a great end to the series, and of course we are left, a little surprised that, maybe Ahsoka did survive and she goes off with the Mandalorian character from the series. And my apologies for not remembering her name. But at the same time, the big question is about Ezra Bridger. He trained to become a Jedi. He was a new Jedi before Luke Skywalker. What really happened to him? And I think these are questions that should be answered. Disney Plus has been so popular over the last few months, especially with the Mandalorian series, and we're all very much looking forward to the new the new season of Star Wars Clone Wars. So why not? Why not revisit this? Let's see what these characters are up to. Let's see what happened to them beyond, and how they connect to the original trilogy, and of course the new Star Wars trilogy. How do they connect to the legacy characters? It's one thing to create new characters that connect to our legacy characters, in a video game, as in with the campaign in Star Wars Battlefront 2 by EA that came out 2 years ago, and it was great. But and it's okay to delve into more stories about after Return of the Jedi through, a trilogy of books or the comics. But we still don't, there's still a lot we don't know in this 30-year period between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, or these other characters that we've introduced. So I say yes, if you're going to do it, let's do it. Okay? Disney Plus is the perfect home for it. Give us 1 or 2 more seasons, bring these characters back. Let's find out what truly happened to them, and finally finalize their stories within Star Wars. We would love to hear from you. And again, you can tweet us out at That Nerd Show